What's going on? How we all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. I hope you're all doing well. Phillies and Cubs will be facing off against each other tonight. The Phillies playing at Wrigley Field. The wildfires continue to be a problem in Canada, unfortunately, and therefore the air quality hasn't really been so good in Chicago. But as of right now, the game is still on, and the Phillies will be playing back in Chicago at Wrigley Field. Alrighty. What is up, Snowman? What is up, Lucky Play? What is up, Zelko? Phillies guy, how we all doing? Larry, can't forget about Larry. I hope everybody is having themselves a fantastic day and that you're all doing really well. Had a cool day off yesterday. Got to spend time with my boy, Gabe Venuto. Shout out to G Venuts. Please go subscribe. Please go give my man some support. He's the best. And yes. Okay, so Ranger Suarez is on the mound today. He'll be facing off against Jameson Taillon. And the Phillies last time against Taillon, they were able to have a lot of success off of him. So they were able to get a whole lot of offense on him. And, you know, they got to him very early on. Taillon has been pretty much struggling as of lately. The last time he pitched was back on last Sunday. So it's been pretty much 9 days ago since he last pitched. And during that time, it was on the 18th. He went 5 1/3 of an inning against Baltimore. He allowed 4 earned runs, 1 homer, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. So he's been somebody that has a 6.71 ERA. He has a 1.55 WHIP. And hopefully the ball will start going out today for the Phillies, even though there's not really much of a wind out there in Chicago. And according to Rob Thompson, the Phillies didn't even have a bat in practice today and didn't even field ground balls. Got to listen to the interview that Scott Franzke did with Rob Thompson before the game, as I always do. So shout out to both of them. Yes, what is up, Eddie Goolsby? How we doing, man? The Park Ranger Suarez. Yes, for sure. Taillon is 31 years old. He is 2-5. He has 45 strikeouts in 53.2 innings of work. And even before the Baltimore outing, when he went up against his former team against the Pirates, that was back on June 13th, he gave up 3 earned runs and 3 hits and 6 runs total and only had 4 strikeouts. So it's really been an inconsistent season that he has had so far, and the Phillies hopefully can try to jump on him. Rob Thompson did say today that he knows that the offense is going to be better, and I hope that he's right, because we'll talk about the starting lineup in a little bit, but the bats really have been struggling for the Phillies, and in order for them to come out victorious tonight, they're really going to have to get some contributions from guys like Kyle Schwarber, from guys like Nick Castellanos, and even Bryce Harper. Hopefully the power will be coming up pretty soon. So Schwarber is up, and the first pitch, it's hit out to center field, or right field, I should say, and it's out there for a double. So we are just underway. They were in a break for a really long time, and finally they just came back. First pitch, and it's a double by Kyle Schwarber. So Trey Turner is up. We'll go over the starting lineups in just a little bit. The 0-1 is fouled off, and it's an 0-2 count. Apologize about that, guys. They literally just came back. All right, so Schwarber's leading off. He just got on with a double. Trey Turner is up right now. It's no balls, 2 strikes to him. Nick Castellanos waits on deck, and Bryce Harper is in the hole. 0-2. Taillon kicks in the pitch, outside and high. Right after Bryce Harper, it'll be Alec Bohm. Bohm's over at third base. Stott's at second base. Marsh is in center field. The 8th man will be Cody Clemens. He's over at first base. And behind the plate is Garrett Stubbs. The 1-2 to Turner. Popped up. Foul behind the plate. And it will find the seats. Now they present the starting lineups. That's funny because there must have been something going on with the NBC Sports production crew. What's up, Philly Sports, man? What is good? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taillon kicks, steals. It's outside and low. It is 78 degrees out in Chicago. It's pretty foggy, though. Turner hitting .248 this season. 2-2. Taillon kick steals the pitch. Down low for ball 3. So what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Trea Turner. Go over the defensive lineups in just a few moments. Hope they're experiencing some technical difficulties now in the NBC app. That's great. Great. That's just what we love to hear, isn't it? So just bear with me. I guess we will go over the defensive lineup right now. So behind the plate for the Cubs is Yan Gomes. Over at first base is Cody Bellinger. The second baseman is Nico Horner. Nick Madrigal's over at third. The shortstop's Dansby Swanson. Out in left field is Ian Happ. Center fielder is Christopher Morel. And in right field, we got Seiya Suzuki. And the DH, forgot to mention that, is Trey Mancini. Phillies are 40-37. The Phillies did get a run, but there's 2 outs in the top of the first. Wow. So we'll have to recatch on what just happened there. Apologize, guys. That's so bizarre. Phillies up 1-0. What the heck is going on? So Harper comes up to the plate. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch was up high. Harper hitting .286 now. He was batting over .300 a couple of weeks ago, and he slices the 2-1, or the 2-0 foul. So Turner did get an RBI single. Again, we just missed that. And Castellanos grounded out the shortstop on a 6-4-3 double play. The 2-1 on the outside corner. He got thrown out. Oh, wow. 2-2 pitch, ground ball over to second base. This should do it. Throw over to first is in time, and the side is retired. The Phillies do get a run on an RBI single by Trea Turner, and we go to the bottom of the first. Man, that is crazy. NBC Sports app is probably acting up a little bit today. But whatever. I apologize. And let's update the scoreboard. Let's also turn on the fan, because it's getting pretty hot in here. All right. We'll refresh the page. Yeah. All right. We go to the bottom of the first. At Wrigley Field, Nico Horner is the second baseman. He'll be leading off. Seiya Suzuki playing in right field. He's batting second. Ian Happ is hitting third. He's out in left field. Christopher Morel batting in the cleanup spot out in center field. And then right behind Morel is Dansby Swanson, who's the shortstop, and he's batting fifth. Trey Mancini hitting in the sixth spot at the DH. And Cody Bellinger hitting seventh. He's playing at first base, and Yan Gomes behind him at the catcher position, batting eighth. And to round things up, it'll be Nick Madrigal over at third base. All right. There is the remote. Great. Snowman says, I will have Yankees A's tomorrow night at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Apologies for Monday. I appreciate that, Snowman. I will see you tomorrow night. Can't wait for that, man. More stellar base running, apparently. That's what Larry says. All right. So, again, I apologize about the technical difficulties, everybody. NBC Sports app froze. Missed an RBI single from Trea Turner. He was thrown out over at first base. Must have been on a throw by Seiya Suzuki. All right. So Rangers on the bump. And the first pitch on the outside corner, taken all the way for a called strike. 0-1. The pitch. Ground ball. Pulled over towards the right side. Stott has it and throws over to first in time. Ranger is 1-2. And in 43.2 innings of work, he has a 3.5 ERA. And he struck out 42 batters, which is pretty much almost... He's at least struck out a batter in almost every inning. Aunt Janice, what's going on? Thanks for coming on, Aunt Janice. So Suzuki's up. And Suzuki takes that one down low. Eddie wants to know if I listened to the radio growing up. Not as much as I do now, to be honest. The pitch. Outside. Suzuki hitting .257. He's playing out in right field. Threw out Turner, who tried to extend a single into a double. The pitch. Outside and low. 3-0 delivery. Popped up towards the left side of the infield. Right side of the infield, and it goes out of play. What's up, Philly? Prods, thanks for coming on here, man. I appreciate it. Suzuki has scored at least a run in 37% of his contests this season, which means in 22 out of the 60 games that he's played. 3-1 pitch. High hopper, hit over to shortstop, and Turner bobbles it and loses the baseball. That's going to go down as an E6. So after getting thrown out at second base, trying to extend an RBI single to a double, with one out in the bottom of the first, this time, he bobbles a ground ball. And Suzuki is safe. So Suzuki has had his way with Trey Turner today. Here comes Ian Happ, the switch hitting outfielder who's playing in left. Batting on the right side of the plate. Runner over at first. The pitch. A sinker at 92 at the knees. Corey Cooper, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on. JJ, my daughter Audrina says hi again. She said, can he say my name again? Audriana, how are you? Thanks for coming on here, Audriana. Sending love all the way from New Jersey. And I hope you and your dad are having a fantastic day. The 0-1 at the knees again for a called strike. Ranger not wasting any time. The pitch. Off the plate. Phillies have Garrett Stubbs behind the plate tonight. Ranger is on the mound. Over at first is Cody Clemens. The 1-2. Downstairs. At second, we got Bryson Stott. Third is Alec Boehm. Shortstop is Trey Turner. And in left, it'll be Kyle Schwarber. The center fielder is Brandon Marsh. And in right field, it'll be Nick Castellanos as Harper will DH once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time is called. So Patrick Wisdom has the day off for the Chicago Cubs. As David Ross, the manager, who's in his 4th season for the Cubs, decided to go with Trey Mancini as the DH. 2-2. High hopper hit back towards second base. Stott tags to the bag. Throws over to first in time. A 4-3 double play, and that'll end the first. And we go to the top of the second inning. Phillies lead it 1-0 against the Cubs. Okay, cool. Oh, boy. Great. So top of the second inning we go. All right. Let's be sure that we have this up and running. And it is. Cool. All right, guys. Hello and hi. Welcome on in here. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got 29 people on here. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. And hit that ding-dong bell icon, too, so that way you know when I do go live for a Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, or Patriots cast. All right, we will have to talk about the Flyers and the Sixers possibly at some point this week. So no plans on when we're going to go live for that just yet, but it'll definitely be sometime this week for sure. We have the Phillies game tonight. Started at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time. We got it tomorrow night at 8:05 and on Thursday at 8:05 as well. Just reached the 600 mark, and I couldn't be any happier with how much we've been putting in. The grind never stops. So, yeah, Schwarber had the leadoff double. Yep. I wrote that down. And Harper grounded out to end the inning. That's what I remembered, I believe. Yep, grounded out to second. Okay. 2 hits for the Phillies. That came in the top of the first. Can the Phillies add on some more runs as we go to the top of the second inning? Don't know. Bohm due up first, and he fouls the first pitch off. Alec is hitting .267. He's gotten on base with an OBP of .313. The 0-1. Fouled back again. Cubs did lose their last game that they played against the Cardinals. That was on Sunday. They played in the London series, and the score was 7-5. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball. Hit back over to shortstop. Swanson throws it on the hop, throws over to first in time. And Bohm is retired. Lucky places Alex Manoah, 11 earned runs in first minors game since comeback outing. In his first minor league game, is that what you just said? One away. Stott is due up next, and he takes the curveball at 80 miles per hour. Oh and 1, and the windup and the delivery. Swing and a miss, 94 miles per hour at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch up high and outside. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stott. The next pitch is just inside. Also hit the dirt too. Tyone is 31 years old, born in Lakeland, Florida. Pitched for the Pittsburgh Pirates from 2016 to 2019. 2-2. Upstairs and outside. And now the count is full at 3-2. So what was a 0-2 count is a full count to Bryson Stott. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. And Stott strikes out. It's the first strikeout of the day for Jamison Tyone. It's on a fastball on the upper third of the strike zone. 2 away in the top of the second inning. Stott couldn't catch up to the fastball, and his timing looked a little bit off, for sure. Just got to keep your head down and try to go out there for another at-bat and focus on that one. Marsh comes up, and he slices the first pitch foul. 2 outs, nobody on. In the top of the second inning, Phillies have a 1-0 lead thanks to a Trey Turner RBI single in the first. Tyone kicks, fires the pitch up high. Very foggy in Chicago. The 1-1 to Marsh. There's a high fly ball out to right field. That's going back to the track, to the wall, and it's a solo home run for Brandon Marsh. That fastball was drilled out to right field. It's his 6th home run of the season, and the Phillies have a 2-0 lead in Chicago. Well, that was another hanging fastball. It's now the 4th straight outing that Jameson Taillon has given up a home run. The home run ball has not been a good ally of his this season. 2-0 Philadelphia. Clemens due up, and he lays off the first pitch. It's the 3rd hit of the day for the Phillies. And Marsh has been seeing the ball very well. The 1-0 at the knees on the lower third of the outside corner. Junior Valentine, the home plate umpire. Count is even at 1-1. Cody is batting .227 with 4 homers and 13 RBI. The pitch again on the outside corner, same spot as the previous pitch. And it's a 1-2 count. Jose Navas is the first base umpire. Mike Muchlinski is the second base ump. And over at third is Quinn Wolcott. What is up, Jay? Thanks for coming on here, man. The 1-2 to Cody. Fouled back. Jay says, popped in to throw a thumb at you. Not liking the game so far. Go Cubbies. Thanks for coming on, Jay. I appreciate it, man. Kathy Ann, what is up? Thanks for coming on, as always. Phillies up 2-0 early. Way to get a top early. Yes. The 1-2 to Cody. Another foul ball. That time he hit a cutter. Had a good swing, but was late. Back on May 20th, when Jameson Taillon faced the Phillies, he only went 2 1/3 of an inning. He allowed 6 hits, 8 runs total, but 6 of them were earned, and he only had 1 strikeout. The 1-2. Ooh, it looked like it was down low, but it was called strike 3 by Junior Valentine, and the side is retired. The Phillies do add on, and Brandon Marsh hits a solo homer to put the Phillies up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. That pitch it looked like it was a little bit down low, but all right, this is what it is. All right, how many people we have on here, guys? We got 23 people on here. All right, cool. In case you guys are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, that subscribe button too, and hit that bell icon so that way you know when I upload. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. All right, which means it is time to wish everybody, all the athletes out there and former athletes, a happy birthday. All right, so today is June 27th. It is Tuesday, June 27th, so we have to wish a happy birthday to the following people: Willie Mascani, Rico Petrocelli, Jeff Conine, Jim Edmonds, and Daryl Ward. Happy birthday to all of them. Jim Edmonds, of course, born in 1970. So he is 53 years old today. Daryl Ward is 48. Jeff Conine. Wow, haven't heard that name in quite some time. Conine would be 57. Yeah, he is 57 years old today. Cool. That is awesome. Happy birthday to all those people that are out there. And if you guys are celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. All right. I do actually want to make an announcement and talk about what is to come with this channel and what's going to happen hopefully within the next 2 weeks. Yes, Phillies coach Jeff Conine, Mr. Marlin, of course. All right, so within the next 2 to 3 weeks, okay, we're going to start dishing out memberships, okay? And we'll get into this whole conversation a little bit later, probably not today, but we are going to have people that are interested. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, you're going to be able to do so, and you're going to get exclusive content and that type of stuff. I just wanted to put that out there. We'll go over more details later, But one of them will include a shout out on birthdays. But there's a whole bunch of other things that we're going to be including. But yes. All right, let's get back to the game. Christopher Morel up at the plate. Another Phillies killer. It's 1-2 to him. He has homered in all 3 games that he's faced the Phillies this season. The 1-2 by Ranger. Just at the knees for a called strike 3. It looked like it was a little bit down low again, but at least Junior Valentine has been consistent with that call so far. Over Ranger, over his last 5 starts, he's 1-1 with a 1.04 whip, a 1.38 ERA, 29 strikeouts, and only averaging about 2 earned runs allowed or fewer within those 5 games. Swanson due up, and he glances at the first pitch and takes it all the way for a called strike. Dansby with 8 homers and 34 RBI, along with a .264 average. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Phillies are up 2-0 against the Cubs. Swanson has hit the Phillies pretty well. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, curveball, that's way outside and away from the plate. One and 2 with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Suarez with the pitch. It was a curveball that was hanging up there, and it swung on, hit out to center field. Marsh has to back up, takes 2 steps in front of the warning track, and catches it for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. Steven wants to know, do you think any other team has as rough of a defense as the Mets showed on Sunday? Phillies are up there. I don't know. Trey Mancini due up, and he takes the first pitch down low and inside. Trey hitting .245, 4 home runs, 23 runs batted in. The pitch, inside and low. Winds are starting to pick up here at Wrigley Field. Cubs are 37-39. 2-0 by Ranger. Swing and a miss. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Suarez, 27 years old, has a 3.5 ERA. As the 2-1 is fouled back again. Did you know that the Phillies actually, according to PointsBet, they strike out 9.5 batters per 9 innings as a pitching staff, which is 6th best in Major League Baseball. 2-2, just a little bit down low. Mancini, I think, thought it was a strike 3 called, but Junior Valentine will give him another chance. It's now a full count. Payoff pitch by Ranger. Ground ball hit over to third base. Bobbled by Bone, but he still has it. Throws in motion. Throws over to first just in time. What a dig by Cody Clemens. And Bohm, give him some credit because he played it on a bounce, had to do a little pirouette, and made a full turn and almost lost it. Picked himself back up and threw it over to first to get the final out of the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the top of the third inning. Man, I screwed up. Wasn't even supposed to do the birthday stuff till the third. I'm a little out of sorts today. Okay. Well, that is what it is. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off, but I'll be right back in just a few moments, guys. See you soon. All right, here we go. We're back. All right. 1-1 to Garrett Stubbs. Grounds this one over to shortstop. Backhanded by Swanson. Throws over to first just in time. Oh, man, another nice play. This time it's by Dansby Swanson, who flashes the leather over at shortstop. Stott tried to go the opposite way with it. He had a ground ball. Swanson made the backhanded stop and threw it while he was in motion over to first. And Stubbs was out by almost half a step or so. There's one gone in the top of the third. And that'll bring up Schwarber, who doubled in the first. And he takes the first pitch for a called strike. So Stubbs grounds out the shortstop. 0-1. The pitch. Fouled back. $5 says, spoiler alert. I hate to be a spoiler, so read no further if you are opposed to spoilage. All right, I'll read the rest of that comment in a sec. 0-2 to Schwarber. The pitch. It's right at the knees for a called third strike, and Schwarber did not even swing at that one. 3 strikeouts by Jameson Taillon. And Schwarber goes down looking. 2 away in the top of the third. So $5 says, spoiler alert. I hate to be a spoiler, so read no further if you're opposed to spoilage. I went and looked in my brain and saw that the Phillies are going to win this game. It kind of rhymes, too. 1 ball, no strikes to Trey Turner again. And my stream froze. Great. Let's refresh the page. Let's do this again. G-Venute says, we're so close to getting 30 likes. We need 2 more. You heard the man. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, even though I'm a little off today. But we'll get there. There's a reason why we do 9 innings, at least. All right. So apologize that the stream froze again. But we're waiting for it to come back up. Nimmo just hit a 2-run home run to give the Mets a 4-0 lead. 1-2 to Turner. In the dirt. Two and two, with nobody on and 2 outs. The pitch to Trey, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Phillies still have a 2-0 lead. They have 3 hits. Okay. All right. You guys know the drill. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, so that means it is time to give our fact of the day. All right. I did the birthdays in the top of the 2nd inning, and I forgot. It wasn't the 3rd inning, so apologize. All right. So on this date, on June 27th of 1973, the Rangers pitcher David Clyde makes his professional debut, and he earns a victory at the age of 18 years old with a 4-3 decision over the Twins at the time at Arlington Stadium. So after playing at Westchester High School in Houston, Clyde became the first overall pick in the amateur draft, which took place on June 5th. Okay? The Wednesday class draws 35,698 fans during a season in which the Rangers usually fail to draw 9,000 per game. Okay, so they can't even draw 9,000, and yet they get 4 times that crowd. Though Clyde strikes out 8 players and gives up just 1 hit in 5 innings, he allows 2 runs and walks 7. When his major league career ends in 1979, Clyde's final stats include an 18-13 record and a 4.63 ERA. So can you imagine? Okay, this guy plays at a high school in Houston, right? Becomes the first overall pick on June 5th of 1973. And on the 27th, they draw 35,698 fans to see this guy pitch, which is 4 times the amount of what they averaged. That's crazy. Huh. Here comes Cody Bellinger to the plate. And he takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Cody just came back from the injured list not too long ago. And he takes the 0-1 outside for ball 1. The 1-1. It's at the knees for a called strike. Cody in the final game against the St. Louis Cardinals as he takes the pitch outside. Cody came in to pinch hit, and he went 1 for 3. Came in for Trey Mancini with a 2-run homer. That was a beautiful series to watch. Woodford ended up getting the win for the Cardinals on Sunday, and Stroman got charged with the loss. The 2-2. It's called strike 3 at the knees. And Bellinger has some words with Junior Valentine, who's definitely made some controversial calls behind the plate. But there's one gone. On Saturday, July 15th, the Phillies will be playing a day-night doubleheader against the San Diego Padres. First pitch to Yan Gomes. That ball is belted out to center field, but it's not too deep, thank goodness. And Marsh is able to make the catch. By the way it looked, even though it caught the end of the bat, thought it was going to at least go over towards the warning track. 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ranger has 32 pitches thrown, and he has gotten, so far, 8 outs. Here comes Nick Madrigal, who takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Inside and high. King Darius wants to know, who do you think the Phillies should pick up during the trade deadline? I'll answer that question during the break, my guy. I will do that. Dawson says go Cubs. The 1-1. Just a hair up high. Ooh, it's called a strike. That was a late strike call. Madrigal's looking over at Junior Valentine saying, what the heck? Oh, boy. 1-2. Suarez with the pitch. Taken all the way in the dirt. On a curveball at 76. Texas Repo is on here. What is up, Texas Repo? Thanks for coming on. Hey, JJ. He says, good to see you. I live close to Westchester Academy. It's a private school in upper... I'll finish the sentence in a sec. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Past the first baseman in the right field for a base hit, and Madrigal gets on with an opposite field single. Went all the way to Clemens' right side. He wasn't going to be able to get over there. Mike Napoli, the first base coach, gives a little fist bump to Madrigal, and we'll flip the lineup card. All right, so what did you say? I live close to Westchester Academy. It's a private school in a upper class neighborhood. Westchester Academy. That's cool, man. The 1-0 inside. What about Goldschmidt? Did I miss something? 1-0 to Nico Horner. The pitch, it's up high. The throw over the second base, though. It's going to go all the way in the center field as it gets past Bryson Stott. And, it's going to go down as a stolen base. And probably either an error by Garrett Stubbs. It was a tough play. Stott, I thought, should have had that. Let's see. Nope, it was a little bit far from Stott's left side, so Stubbs did not put it in the right spot. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. So we have a runner at third in the bottom of the third inning. Horner is up. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. East Westchester, North Star of Southern League. 2-1. And the pitch by Suarez. Ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Fielded by Stott. Throws over to first in time. Good play by Stott. It almost got past him, and he made the right play and executed it perfectly. Side is retired. Cubs leave a runner over at third base, and we go to the top of the fourth. Phillies have a 2-0 lead in Chicago. Okay, so he stole a base. E2. And Horner grounded out to end that inning. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to take a step off. We go to the top of the fourth. All right, I'll be right back in just a few moments. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Make sure that you also hit the like button, the thumbs up button, and the subscribe button, too. If you guys want to donate to the channel or follow Play-by-Play with JJ on all the social media platforms, please check out the LINKTREE, which is posted down below. It's also in the live chat as well. You can go to that and support the channel if you'd like to. I'll be right back in just a few moments. I got to stretch. Alrighty, guys. You know what I realized? I think that one of the things that I'm doing a little bit more of today is I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious of or conscientious, I should say, of what terms I'm trying to not use as much. Maybe that's getting a little bit away from the creativity side of play-by-play. But it's just something that I kind of have to get used to. And this is why we practice doing this on here. Here comes Castellanos, and the 1-0 pitch, grounded foul down the third base line. So, my energy, I think, is a little bit down, but it's all right. Hasn't really been a high-energy game so far. It's been a good one, though. The 1-1, it's skied out to right field. It's going to be a tough play, as it's just foul, and almost hit the foul ball boy. He had to get out of the way of it. I don't think he had his glove on. And he was moving the chair, too. He stopped for a quick second. Almost hit him on the back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyone kicks, fires. It's outside. 94 miles per hour. Castellanos has 88 hits, along with 23 doubles. 8 home runs, and 43 RBI. And he pops that pitch up towards the first base side in foul territory. Bellinger just runs out of room as didn't even see where it landed. Must have been behind the first base dugout. Somebody give JJ a pick-me-up. No, I'm good. I'm good. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Castellanos has an OBP of 355 and a slugging percentage of 484. And he pops the next pitch up again. This time it's towards center field, but backing up is the second baseman Horner, and he catches it, and Castellanos is out. Not the type of pitch that you want to pop up on. It looked like he was swinging a little bit early, and his timing looked a little bit off during that at-bat overall. As Bryce Harper comes up next. Strike one called at the knees on the outside corner. Another 94-mile-per-hour fastball. So the Phillies scored 2 runs in their first 2 innings and haven't scored since then. But we're only in the top of the 4th. The 0-1 fouled off. Bryce grounded out to second base to end the first. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th. The 0-2 taken upstairs. Larry says, I got meth juice. Will that work? I wonder if Fransky's and LA's beer would work. I would really like to try that as the 1-2 pitch is fouled back again. When I do go to the ballpark, I have to try it. I really do. I would love to. I think that when I did some research, I saw that it was originated in Conshohocken. The pitch fouled back again behind the plate. It's like one of the only things I remembered about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, swing and a miss. And Harper continues to struggle at the plate. 5 strikeouts from Jameson Taillon. 2 down in the top of the 4th. It was a curveball that was inside and low, and Harper just swung and missed at that one badly. That'll bring up Bohm. Takes that pitch inside. G. Vanute says, well, you guys can pick him up by giving him a like. I like what you did there, dude. That's funny. That's really funny. 1 ball, 1 strike. As the 1-0 pitch was fouled off. One and 1. To Alec Bohm with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 4th. The pitch fouled back again. One of my friends and former coworkers, Kayla Santiago. She works for WBOC in Delmarva for the Delmarva Sports Network in Maryland. The 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. And now Bohm is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies have a 2-0 lead. So my friend Kayla, she got to cover the Baltimore Orioles game today, and as they took on the Cincinnati Reds. So she did a little package, and it comes out tonight at 10:30, and probably, I obviously won't be able to watch it live, but I would like to check that out. She's been really doing some awesome content out there, so make sure that you go follow her too, Kayla Santiago. There's a lot of great people that I've been, trying to get to know within the business, and Kayla's one of them that I've personally worked with, who is a workaholic, and she does an incredible job, not just reporting, but writing and doing all different types of stuff. So Larry says maybe Harper came back too soon. It's possible. It's definitely possible. All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. So in either the top of the 4th or the bottom of the 4th, what we do is we go over scores around Major League Baseball. The Reds have a 2-1 lead in Baltimore in the bottom of the 7th inning, speaking of Baltimore. Pirates are up 6-4 against the Padres, who continue the scuffle. It's a 1-0 lead for San Francisco, as the Giants are playing at the Rogers Center in Toronto. Marlins and Red Sox, They're taking on one another at Fenway Park, and the Marlins have a 6-1 lead. Mets are up 7-0 against Milwaukee, and the Braves are up 6-2 against the Twins. Mets are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Braves are in the top of the 5th. Astros and Cardinals currently tied against one another. It's 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Tigers and Rangers are playing in Arlington, and the Tigers have a 2-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the 4th, the first pitch to Seiya Suzuki, it hits him on the upper part of the body, and Suzuki goes over to first. So Suzuki gets hit by a pitch. It could hit him on the elbow. Guardians and Royals are still scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd. Ian Happ due up next for the Cubs. Pitch number 1, outside. Happ grounded into a double play in the 1st inning. And he lines this one over to shortstop. This could be another double play. The throw over the second. There's one. The throw back to first. It's in time. The second double play that he's grounded into today. It's a 6-4-3 double play this time, and there's 2 outs and nobody on. Good job by Trey to get over to the baseball and make the right throw over to second base, and started to throw a missile over to first to get Happ out because he's pretty quick. Here's Christopher Morel, who lines the first pitch foul. It's down the first base line, then it goes out of play. Oh and 1. And Morel takes the next one on the outside corner at the knees. Morel's hitting .277 coming into today with 4 doubles, a triple, and 13 homers. The pitch, way outside. Started off when he came back to the big league club. He started off red hot. The pitch, outside and low. Nobody on. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Dansby Swanson waits on deck. The 2-2 in the dirt. And what was an 0-2 count is a full count to Christopher Morel. 2 Cents TV. Hi, can you tell me who in the studio, who in studio broadcasters for a marquee sports network for today's game? 3-2. Ground ball, hit over to shortstop. Nice play by Turner, who throws it over to first in plenty of time for the 3rd and final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3. Go to Cubs. And we go to the top of the 5th. Phillies have a 2-0 lead in Chicago. So to answer your question, I do not know who is in studio for the Marquee Sports Network for tonight's game. I have no idea. We cover Phillies games on here, but I do apologize about that. But, yes. Good call so far, bro, says Snowman Multimedia. Great call so far. Thank you. I appreciate that, Snowman, as always. And I know that you mean that, so thank you. What's up, Jackie? Thumbs up button. I will help you develop an audience or an out queue for your broadcasts. That would be great. I would definitely appreciate that. You know, the one awesome thing about YouTube is that I've noticed that people just love to help out. If you're putting in the work, if you're getting the reps, people are going to want to help you get better or make your cast better in some sort of way. And I want to thank everybody that has reached out to me, that has allowed themselves to, try to help in some way, shape, or form grow this channel, because without you guys, I don't think you guys get enough credit, and I may not shout you all out on here, but you guys know who you are, and I can't thank you enough for, just the ideas that you've put out there, the emails that you guys send me. It's really incredible. and it's really awesome. And that is one thing that also inspires me to come on here too, because the amount of love and support that you guys give me just by emailing me, it's just amazing. I had like 4 people email me today saying, JJ, I really like your streams, and one of them was like, I missed you last night. I was like, oh, that's so nice. So, and I want to be there to help everybody too. First pitch to Bryson Stott. It's bunted down the third base line. The throw over to first is not in time, and Stott beats that one out. Madrigal tried to make a good play, and he was not going to get Stott out. How about Bryson Stott laying down the bunt and putting it in a good position as Madrigal was playing pretty deep, even beyond the bag at third. Yeah, that's incredible. So Stott gets on with a bunt single, and Brandon Marsh takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Marsh homered his last time up. Tyone out there for his 5th frame of work. The pitch fouled back. Yeah, I certainly want to help other people on here too. I always try to offer words of advice and try to help other people out because you guys have gone out of your way to help me. Means a lot. 0-2 to Marsh. A runner over at first. The pitch will just lay it off. Home plate umpire, though, did try to appeal the swing over at third base, and it was ruled as a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2. Fly ball again out to right field. That's going back to the trap to the wall. He's done it again. Brandon Marsh, 2 home runs in this ball game. And that time he hits a 2-run bomb. It's his 7th home run of the season. Philly fans who've come all the way from Philadelphia are clapping along at Wrigley Field as the Phillies lead it 4-0 in Chicago against the Cubs. Well, the first time he homered, it was on a fastball. This time it looked like it was a hanging slider that was elevated in the strike zone. And Clemens comes up and swings and misses at the fastball for strike 1. It's his 2nd career multi-home run game. The last time he did it was on June 10th of 2022. Clemens drills this pitch back up the middle for a base hit. And he's thinking about going for 2. The throw over to second base is not in time. Morel tried to make a good throw over to second. And Swanson had to play it off of a bounce. And it's a double by Cody Clemens. I almost said a leadoff double. Wow. Larry says, psychic spoiler, Marsh is a 4-homer game. That's funny. All right, Phillies lead it 4-0, and Marsh goes cruising into second base, or Clemens goes cruising into second base. And Garrett Stubbs is due up now. Got robbed on a base hit as Dansby Swanson made a good strike over to first base to get him out. Kathy Ann says Marsh does it again. Yep. Wow. Awesome. And Garrett Stubbs comes up. First pitch. He takes it on the outside corner for a called strike. Stubbs, the backup catcher for the Phillies. He's playing for JT today, who has the night off, The pitch. Way outside. Oh, boy. Phillies have a 4-0 lead. Marsh has homered twice today. And Trey had an RBI single. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyone kicks, steals in the dirt. Just saw that Daniel Vogelbach hit a 2-run homer for the Mets. The 2-1. Fouled back. Ohtani homered again last night. It's his 26th homer. Unbelievable. Michael Rucker is getting loosened up in the bullpen as Tyone does have 73 pitches. 2-2 to Stubbs, who looks back at second base. And the pitch up high again. And it's now a full count. Clemens leads off at second. No out. In the top of the 5th. Payoff pitch. Foul ball once again. Behind the plate. Payoff pitch. Another foul ball as Stubbs does stay alive. On deck is Kyle Schwarber, who doubled and struck out looking. Tyone looks back at second. Kick steals the pitch in the dirt for ball 4, and he will go over to first. Still nobody out in the top of the 5th inning, and the 4 men who have come up to the plate so far have all reached base. Phillies looking to try to get some more runs here as Kyle Schwarber, who's facing his former ball club, who he won his first World Series with. He comes up, and he takes the first pitch just a little bit off the plate. That pitch, though, even though according to StatCast it was called a strike, it's been a controversial call by Junior Valentine. Hasn't been consistent with it. The 1-0 to Schwarber is fouled back towards the third base side, and it will head into the stands. You know, maybe, and I just thought about this, but maybe it would be kind of cool. You had Howard's homers, right? You had Gene's. What about Marsh's marshmallows? The 1-1 pitch. Another foul ball, and Schwarber saying, damn it. Because he thought he should have had that one. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that thumbs up button too so that way you know when I upload. Kyle hitting 180 with runners in scoring position. He's homered 5 times in that scenario and has had 22 RBI. The pitch, check swing, he went around, and Kyle Schwarber strikes out for the second time tonight. I believe that that's now strikeout number 7 for Tyone. That'll bring up Trey Turner, who's hitting .249 now with 8 homers and 27 RBI. 26. There's a little dribbler. Hit over towards the third base side, but it's foul. Larry says he's seen fans at the bank with marshmallow masks. Huh, that'd be cool. The 0-1. It's just at the knees for a called strike. Kathy Ann, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe Marsh has a home run slam cycle. Has to be the right situation, though. It's only been completed once. I think I brought that up a couple weeks ago. 0-2 to Turner. The pitch. Fouled back. Once again. The ball is 2 strikes. The pitch to Turner. Swing and a miss. The 9th strikeout, or 8th strikeout of the game for Jamison Tyone. And there's still runners over at first and second. So Turner strikes out and Schwarber strikes out. It was on a breaking ball. Phillies have to try to get some hits with runners in scoring position here. First pitch to Nick Castellanos is popped up, and it's fouled back behind home plate. What's up, Rising Rhino? Thanks for coming on here, man. Rising Rhino was napping the game away. Oh, it's all good, dude. Thanks for coming on, man. Guys, please make sure you go subscribe to Rising Rhino's channel. Please give him some love and support. A lot of love and support. The 0-1 to Castellanos. He gets underneath it and pops this one up behind the plate. Man, he is... I know that he's fouled pitches off, but his timing tonight is just... It's just off. I don't know if the air quality has something to do with it or not, but... I don't know. But he has to homer with the poor air quality because that's just what he does. Homers in weird situations. The 0-2 in the dirt. So the Phillies are up 4-0. Clemens is at second. Stubbs at first. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Tyone getting ready to throw the 89th pitch. Here it is. And it's a little dribbler that's hit out to center field, and it's dropped. And it comes in for a base hit. It's an RBI single as Cody Clemens comes in to score. And it's an RBI bloop single by Nick Castellanos. As runners go to the corners. And the Phillies lead it 5-0. So, Castellanos popped it up, but he put it in a good spot. And hit a blooper. And it was just out of the reach of Nico Horner. Not dropped. I was napping, but the Cubs are the ones that needed to wake up. And here comes Bryce Harper. He's 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out and struck out. Top of the 5th inning. Phillies lead it 5-0. First pitch. Ground ball. Hit over to second base, and the throw over to first is in time. It was pulled over towards the first base side, and Horner had it and threw it over to first, and the side is finally retired. The Phillies do get 3 runs, 1 on a 2-run homer by Brandon Marsh, and they get another one on an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. All right. I will be right back in just a few moments. I will see you guys really soon. All right, here we go. All right, we're back. We are back on here. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is, of course, is play-by-play with JJ as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. 8 men came up to the plate for the Phils in their top half of the fifth. They lead at 5-0, and I hope you're all doing well and having yourselves a great Tuesday night. All right, the weather out here in Jersey, we've been getting some rain. We had some thunderstorms and some lightning a little bit earlier in the evening. But right now, things seem to be all right. All right. So Ranger Suarez will go out there for his fifth inning of work. So far, he's pitched 4 scoreless innings and has pitched like an ace. Every time he goes out there for the Phillies, he just continues to get better and better. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Chicago in the bottom of the fifth. And Swanson calls for time at the very last second. And Suarez was literally in motion. So Junior Valentine had to go over some signs as he smiles, and it's like, whoa, that was pretty close. Suarez getting ready to throw the first pitch. Here it comes, and it's popped up out to center field. That's going back to the track. Marsh just has room, though, and he makes the catch. I think Ranger may have gotten away with a pitch there, but time he went with a fastball, and Swanson thought it was coming and just missed a home run. Phillies have a 5-0 lead as they are 40-37 on the season. First pitch to Trey is on the outside corner. Trey Mancini due up, batting on the right side of the dish. Cubs were in their blue pinstripe uniforms. The 0-1. Downstairs. The 1-1. Swing and a foul ball. Rising Rhino says, one of my pet peeves is when commentators say at the last minute when it's supposed to be the last second or last split second. Well done, JJ. Thanks, man. At the last minute. Give me an example of that, just so that I can try to understand what you're saying. The 1-2. Swing and a miss on a curveball that was in the dirt. It's strikeout number 3 by Ranger Suarez. And he gets Trey Mancini to chase after the off-speeder. Mancini thought maybe he just fouled it off as it got away from Stubbs, but he's out. Cody due up. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. The second pitch coming up by Ranger Suarez is hit out to left field, popped up in the shallow left field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit as it was hit into no man's land. Schwarber does fall, and Bellinger goes into second base without a throw drawn. Schwarber tripped up out there, and Cody Bellinger gets himself a bloop double. Oh, boy. He tried to barehand it, and as soon as he got over to the baseball, he tripped. He was like, man, how did I lose my footing there? It's not like Bellinger would have been out at second base, but regardless, it's a double. And Yan Gomes comes up. He flew out to center field his last time up and lays off the first pitch. Eddie Goolsby says, what's it like in South Jersey? Not really too much to do. The 1-0. It's at the knees for a called strike. A cutter at 88 miles per hour. Not too much going on here, man. But, just nice to hang out with the family and do some things around here. The 1-1. Ground ball, foul down the third base line. So the count is 1-2. Rising Rhino says the pass was broken up at the last minute. The ball was only in the air for a couple of seconds, so the ball being broken up at the last minute sounds, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Suarez getting ready to throw the pitch. And it's outside. It's taken for a ball. Rising Rhino says, I see you got your little monetization. Congrats, man. Keep up the amazing work. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the stream froze again. It seems like every time I try to switch a web browser, it just like freezes up. So I can't even do that anymore. That's crazy. Apologize, guys. I really do apologize. So now, even if it's like a full chat, I have to put it on my phone. All right, well, that lesson's learned. Okay. That's too bad. Sometimes, like, it'll freeze up for like a second if I switch back to the chat on this monitor, but it's like frozen every time I do it tonight. But it only freezes up for like a second or so every other time I do it. Okay. So now I don't even know what happened. Oh, man. What a disaster it's been tonight. But I do appreciate you guys for being on here. Definitely has not been my best. But it is what it is. So let's see what the play-by-play says. What happened. Reds and Orioles are in a rain delay. Wow. So I wonder if Kayla's news package is going to get pulled back. I don't know. So Gomes struck out looking. Here we go. You're rich. Voorhees is God's country. They got the Echelon Mall. Yeah, we don't... the Echelon Mall, man, like, it is empty. It is, like, totally empty. It really is. All right. Okay. Well, I missed a strikeout call, but that's all right. Rising Rhino says, Super Chat, $10 US. Donate to JJ. He always comes to play. Thanks, dude. It means a lot. Guys, please go give Rising Rhino some love and support, man. The energy that he brings to his cast, like almost every freaking night, is just awesome. And, you know, with what he does, like during the day, and the hard work that he puts in at night for this channel, it's incredible. His work ethic has been something that's also really inspired me too. I see what he does, and he's putting in the work, and he's making connections with people. And he's coming on here, giving us so much love and support. It means a lot. We go to the top of the 6th inning. All right, and the pitch to Bohm is grounded back over to second base. The throw over to first by Horner is in time. And there's 1 out. Michael Rucker comes in. He has a 4.45 ERA. His Tyone's day is done. In 28.1 innings, he's struck out 32 batters and has walked 11. He's also allowed 3 homers. And batters are hitting .297 off of him. Philadelphia Ryan says, also congrats on the 600. No name has a name now. No name has a name now. Oh, what's up, Philadelphia Ryan? That's who the no name is. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. It's taken at the knees to Bryson Stott. That makes a lot of sense. Stott's 1 for 2 today. He singled in the 5th and scored a run. The pitch. Down below the knees for a ball. Rising Rhino says, thanks, man. Maybe that's why I missed the beginning, because I'm always giving 100%. You have to. And, you know, you're putting in a lot of work, man. The 2-1 fouled back. We need one more to reach 40 likes. That's what G. Newt says. Please go subscribe to G. Newt's channel, too. I've said it a couple of times today, but I don't think he heard it, and I also really would love to make sure that you guys do that. 2-2. It's a breaking ball that was swung on and missed, and Stott does go over to first base, but the throw over to first is in time by Gomes. And that will bring up Brandon Marsh, who has homered 2 times today. Once in the second, and the other time in the 5th. 2 outs, nobody on. In the top of the 6th inning. Marsh will lay off the first pitch as Rucker throws it outside. So Tyone went 5 innings, allowed 5 earned runs, and struck out 8 batters. 1-0 to Marsh. Rucker kicks, fires, and the ball is down low. Oh, boy. Please make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Algo people, do your thing, man. We just reached the 600 mark. The pitch. A changeup on the outside corner. You're welcome, Gabe. You're welcome. And guys, feel free to pull your YouTube links too. Rising Rhino and Snowman, for sure. Feel free to post them down below. The pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Nobody on. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Marsh is up with a 3-1 count. The pitch. Ground ball. Hit over to first base. The underhanded toss to Rucker is in time as Rucker wins the race to the bag. I think it's starting to drizzle in Chicago, but the Phillies are retired in order, and we go to the bottom of the 6th as they have a 5-0 lead. Okay. G3. Okay, cool. Bottom of the 6th we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yep. Okay. 32 people on here, man. That's awesome. Thank you all so much for being on here. What have you guys done today? I want to hear from you guys down below. All right. What has been a highlight of your day so far? Larry says the Jersey Devils is from South Jersey. Ever seen it? Oh, the Jersey Devil is from South Jersey. Ever seen it? No, I have not. I have not seen the Jersey Devil. No. I will tell you what I did start watching. For those of you that are into sci-fi like I am. So I'm a big fan of Black Mirror, and I did start watching the new season. I have seen a couple of episodes, and they are interesting, to say the least, so far. Pretty wild. And, you know, I think that the whole concept of it is really interesting. Rising Rhino says, I worked, napped, and showed love to my fellow streamers. It's what you do, man. And we show love back. We do. I do apologize, though, for being on a little bit late 2 nights ago during that stream. I literally just got done with my post-series pod and came on at the very end, and you didn't see it because you were like literally ready to sign off. All right. So here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 0-1 to Madrigal. The pitch, a curveball that swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. Larry says, did you see my message about Ryan Mallett? No, I did not. I did not see that. 0-2. Suarez kicks, steals, and the pitch is laid off as it was inside and low. Oh, man. Rising Around says 40 likes. What's up? Hey, man, it's all good. You put in a lot of work. But I love showing people a lot of love, too, you know? Madrigal singled in the third and stole a base as well. The pitch, swing and a miss. How about 3 strikeouts in a row by Ranger Suarez, dating back to the bottom of the 5th. And Madrigal strikes out. Here comes Nico Hoerner. And Hoerner will take that one on the outside corner. The 0-1 chopped foul down the third base line. So the count is 0-2. According to PointsBet, the Phillies have been favorites in 46 games this season, and they've won 27, which is 58.7% of those contests. The 0-2, it's flied out to left field. Schwarber on the run towards home plate, comes in and makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. Oh, that's only the second out. I miscounted that one. 2 outs. Oh, my gosh. Hasn't been my best day. But that's all right. Losing track, man. Suzuki's up with 2 outs, just so that we're clear. And Suzuki takes the curveball at the knees on the inside corner. Suzuki reached on an error by Trey Turner his first time up. He's 0 for 1 today. And he takes that one at the knees for a called strike. Suzuki also got hit by a pitch. 72 pitches by Ranger in 5 2/3 of an inning. The 0-2 to Suzuki. Inside and downstairs. Ah, boy. One ball, 2 strikes. Suarez kicks, fires. The next pitch, dribbled foul. Suarez has allowed a total of just 3 earned runs over his last 4 starts. The 1-2. Fly ball out to right center field. That's going to split the gap. And Marsh comes in, though, and makes the catch at the warning track. What a play by Brandon Marsh. And we go to the top of the 7th. Phillies have a 5-0 lead in Chicago on another 1-2-3 inning by Ranger Suarez. But he gets some help from the defense there. All right, guys, here we go. We go to the top of the 7th inning. I hope you're all having yourselves a great night, and I hope that you're all doing well. All right? So, it is time. It is time to get to our Phillies trivia question of the day. All right? Which is what we do for those of you that are brand new to the channel. We do that for every game during the top of the 7th. All right? And we reveal the answer in the bottom of the 7th. So I was thinking about this, and I think that this one was a really good one. So we all know, well, for those of you that follow the Phillies, we all know who the Phillies 4 aces were, right? Cliff Lee, Roy Halladay, Cole Hamels, and Roy Oswalt. But the Phillies at one point did have another quote-unquote 4 aces, okay? So, the question is, okay, which 4 starters threw 4 straight shutouts for the Phillies during a 4-game stretch in 1969? You can answer one of them down below. Or if you want to take a shot at all 4, you can. So the question, again, I'll repeat it, is which 4 starters for the Phillies threw 4 straight shutouts in a row during a 4-game stretch in 1969? Okay? That is the question. All right. And I gave you guys the year because it would be impossible to figure that out. I hope that question makes sense. Which 4 starters threw 4 straight shutouts for the Phillies during a 4-game stretch in 1969? All right. Javier Assad comes in to pitch for the Cubs, and we will reveal the answer in the bottom of the 7th inning. But you guys can write your answers down low, and we'll go through each and every one of them. Clemens comes up. This one was a little bit tricky. It'll be Cody Clemens, Garrett Stubbs, and Kyle Schwarber due up as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Clemens lays off the first pitch, and he takes it way up high for ball 1. Cody Clemens, son of Roger Clemens. The 1-0 by Assad. That ball was popped up out to right field. On the run is Suzuki, and he makes the catch. And Clemens is out as he pops out to right field. Garrett Stubbs, batting on the left side, is due up next. It is 9:35 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. First pitch to Stubbs is at the knees for a called strike. Stubbs is 0 for 1. He walked back in the 5th inning. The 0-1, inside and low. Assad already with 4 pitches. He kicks, steals, and there's a ground ball hit over to the first base side. The throw back to Assad is in time as Bellinger had to go over there, go away from the bag, and make the underhanded toss to Assad, and there's 2 outs, and Assad won the race to the bag. All right. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 7th inning. Phillies will have a Diesel postgame concert later on this season. There'll be Shaq performing. That would be really cool. Schwarber due up. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Kyle is 1 for 3. He doubled to start off the ball game, but has struck out twice since then. The 1-0. Fly ball out to left field, and it's fouled off. A 93-mile-per-hour pitch as Assad throws the strike. The 1-1. That time it's a ball. Huh. Now my mouse is not working. I'll have to fix that. 2-1 to Schwarber, who has 20 homers and 42 RBI in the season. And the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And Morel gets over to it, and Schwarber will stay put at first. So a 2-out single by Kyle Schwarber. Good piece of hitting, as he got a fastball down the middle and didn't want to crush it per se, but just make some good contact. And he did. And you got to give him credit there. Here comes Trey, who is 1 for 3 today, cashed in a run and helped Kyle Schwarber score. This time he swings at the first pitch, back towards second base, and the throw back to first is in time for out number 3. It was a ground ball hit back over to second, and Turner is out. No runs, 1 man left, and it's time to stretch in Chicago. Phillies have a 5-0 lead. Okay. Bottom of the 7th we go. All right. Phillies up 5-0. In case you guys are tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. Of course, this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that red subscribe button as well, so that way you know when I do go live, and also hit that bell icon too. Show some love and support for this channel. All right. So, we're going to repeat the question again for those of you that haven't had a chance to answer, and we will reveal the answer. So, the Phillies had their 4 aces that we all know. That's Cliff Lee, Roy Halladay, Cole Hamels, and Roy Oswalt. So what 4 starters threw 4 straight shutouts for the Phillies during a 4-game stretch in 1969? You can answer one or all. All right? We'll give you guys 15 seconds to reveal your final answers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. So let's go in order, shall we? All right. So we have. Where is that? Where's our first answer? All right, so we got Granny Hammer. That was Larry's first attempt. Robin Roberts was Larry's second answer. Nope. Chris Short was the next one. Nope. Jim Bunning. Bunning and Wise. Rick Wise, my dad says. Is Rick Wise one of them? That is correct, Dad. Larry also said Rick Wise. Kurt Simmons. Nope. Incorrect. Chris Short. Bob Barker. Nope. All right. So, the answer is, you got one right, and that was Rick Wise. All right. The other 3 were Jerry Johnson, Woody Fryman, and Larry Jackson. And those are your answers to today's Phillies trivia question. So Jerry Johnson, Woody Fryman, Larry Jackson, and Rick Wise, my stream's frozen again, were the answers to the guys that threw the 4 straight shutouts for the Phillies during a 4-game stretch in 1969. That is your Phillies trivia of the day. Okay. And this NBC Sports app today is acting up. Every time I switch the browser, I just have to, can't even switch tabs. Nothing. Today. Huh. So here's Christopher Morel. Snowball's 1 strike. A runner's over at first. The pitch to Morel is up high and outside. All right. Morel is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. We'll get to what happened to Ian Happ in just a few moments. The pitch popped up behind the plate. Stubbs runs out of room. And it's a 1-2 count. Love the new buzzer and the sound effects. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm probably not going to be able to read all your answers, and I probably should have went into that a little bit quicker. But moving forward, but it is what it is. I'll probably just read a couple and then just hit the buzzers and all that. The 1-2. Outside for ball 2. I really would love to try to add some more sound effects on here. It just takes time, guys. Yesterday was actually my first full day off that I had with this because I've just been working so hard with this channel. And it felt good. 2-2. Sliced foul down the right field line. I'd say my first day off in a while. So, Happ walked, and Morel gets called out on strikes as the 2-2 was on the inside corner. It's the second time today that Morel has gone down looking, and there's one away in the bottom of the 7th. All right. Please be sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, guys, and make sure you know when I upload. Swanson due up next. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Dansby's 0 for 2. Flew out to center field twice. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Good sinker thrown by Ranger. Man, his mechanics have just been so good today overall. The sinker's working for him. The slider's working. The curveball. He's been on a whole new level. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. On a changeup that was just below the knees. 7 strikeouts for Ranger Suarez. He hasn't thrown the changeup too many times today, but that was certainly filthy. Up next is Trey Mancini. Suarez has 89 pitches in 6 2/3 of an inning. First pitch, just below the knees for a ball. So if the pitch count is under 100, it'd be nice to see him go out there for another inning, for sure. The 1-0 to Trey, swing and a miss again. Count is 1-1. Did I say that the first pitch was a swing and a miss? If I did, I'm really off today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Suarez kicks, steals, and that one's fouled off. Trey has scored at least a run in 30.5% of his contests this season, and has gotten on with 2 or more runs scored in 6 of them. The 1-2 at the knees for a called third strike. Another strikeout in the books for Ranger Suarez. A 7-inning shutout and a 2-hitter. And we go to the top of the 8th. Phillies have a 5-0 lead in Chicago. What's that now? 9 strikeouts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Ks. All right. Top of the 8th inning we go. All right, and although we did this in the bottom of the 4th, we'll do it right now. So it's time for our scores. Scoreboard update, out-of-town scoreboard update. All right, Reds have a 2-1 lead in Baltimore. It's in the top of the 8th, but they're currently in a rain delay. The Pirates are up 9-4 against the Padres. They're in the top of the 9th, and the Padres are down to their final out. Giants have a 3-0 lead as they go to the bottom of the 9th. And Duvall most likely will come in to pitch. Mets are up 7-2 against Milwaukee, and the Braves have a 6-2 lead against the Twins. The Cardinals have a 4-2 lead against Houston. That is at Busch Stadium, and the Rangers lead at 3-2 in Arlington versus the Tigers. Guardians and Royals still no score as it's in the top of the 7th inning. Dodgers and Rockies are taking on one another, and the Dodgers have a 4-0 lead in the top of the 5th. Angels are up 1-0 against the White Sox in the bottom of the 1st. Yankees, A's just got started, and Rays and Diamondbacks just got started. It's scoreless in both of those games, and the Nationals have a 1-0 lead against the Mariners. The only final score that we have is the Marlins beat the Red Sox 10-1. Marlins had 19 hits. The Red Sox had 9, but only manufactured 1 run. And they lost by 9. Crazy. Oh, boy. All right, top of the 8th inning. Phillies will have Castellanos, Harper, and Bohm due up. And Castellanos will foul off the first pitch. Assad back out there for his second inning of work. 0-1. The pitch, swing and a miss. It was a cutter that was outside and low. Javier Assad, he's 25 years old. He's from Mexico. The right-handed pitcher has been with the Big League Ball Club for 2 years now. The 0-2. Strike 3 called. It was right down the heart and soul of the plate. It was dropped, though, by Gomes, but nonetheless, Castellanos is out. Oh, boy. Wow. So we're in the top of the 8th inning, and Harper will take that pitch way outside and high for a ball. Bryce is 0 for 3. He grounded out to second base twice and struck out as well. The 1-0 up high again and outside for ball 2. Harper struck out on a curveball that was inside and low in the top of the 4th. The 2-0, foul ball again. Junior Marte is warming up in the bullpen. He's definitely struggled over his last 2 to 3 outings. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Harper. It's going to be grounded over to first base. Bellinger has to make another underhanded toss over to first, and Assad wins the race to first base. And Harper has gone hitless today. He's now 0 for 4. Well, the good news for the Phillies today is that Justin Crawford and Mick Abel just got named to the 2023 Futures Game roster. Congratulations to the both of them. Crawford with Clearwater out in low A. He's been doing really well. And Mick Abel still in double A. Bohm is 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout, and he pops this one up out to shallow right field. Suzuki calls off Madrigal and makes the catch. And that'll do it as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies still have a 5-0 lead. Cody Bellinger will lead things off when the Cubs return. Okay. Kathy Ann says, how about this trivia question? Okay, I got to pull this up on my phone, guys. Sorry. Because I can't see. I can't even switch browsers now. Oops, something went wrong. Reload. Something went wrong. Come on, man. Really? Oh, boy. All right, well, I guess I will change it because I can't see. Can't see the comments. All right. Let's see the question. Kathy N has one. What did Cy Young do? And when to get this award named after him? Hint, involved with the Phils. Larry says 1 over 700 games all against the Phils. Huh. That I don't know, Kathy Ann. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Wait, let me reread it again. What did Cy Young do? And when to get this award named after him? Oh, he won the Cy Young. That's funny. That's funny. I got it. That's funny. I don't know why it took me a while. Cy Young pitcher for the Boston Americans pitched a perfect game against the Phils. Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, so Ranger Suarez will go out there for his 8th frame of work. He has been unbelievable during his last 5 outings. And Bellinger takes that pitch outside and low. 94 pitches by Ranger, and the Cubs can't solve him. The pitch at the knees for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch, ground ball, hit through the hole, and Bellinger gets on with a single. Castellanos gets to it, and Bellinger has to hold the brakes. As Suarez allows a leadoff single to Cody Bellinger, and Cody has gotten on for the 2nd time today. What is up, Thomas? How you doing, man? Pure Adrenaline Sports sent me. Oh, man, gotta show love to Pure Adrenaline Sports, man. That is absolutely awesome. And thank you for the good word. I appreciate that. First pitch to Yan Gomes. It's at the knees for a called strike. All right, so Kathy Ann says, Cy Young pitcher for the Boston Americans pitched a perfect game against the Philadelphia Athletics by retiring all 27 batters that he faced on Thursday, May 5th of 1904. Wow. The pitch. And now it's a 1-1 count. A large March sent me. That's cool. 1-1. Line drive foul down the first base line. Wait. Who's Large March? Hello, JJ. Congrats on 600, says Pure Adrenaline Sports. I appreciate that, dude. Thanks for coming on here. Guys, please go subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Sports. Pure Adrenaline Sports, Rising Rhino, and Snowman Multimedia. If you guys want to drop your links down below in the live chat, please feel free to do so. I want you guys to get some support from this channel too. The pitch popped up over towards the third base side. Ball must have come in though towards home plate, and he just makes the catch. Oh boy. Large March. Yeah, I don't know what movie that's from. Pee Wee Herman? I don't know. Yeah, Philadelphia Athletics. Wow. All right, so Marsh makes the catch, and Gomes is retired as he pops out over to third. Madrigal comes back up. He singled and stole a base. Suarez throws the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. It's a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Suarez just reached the century mark on the pitch count. The 0-1. Up high for ball 1. Well, Thomas, it's because his pitch count just reached 100. That's why. The 1-1. Outside and high. Went with a curveball. And did not get Madrigal to chase after it. Two 2-1. There's a fly ball hit out to left center field. Schwarber on the run, and no one can make the catch. Between Schwarber, Marsh, and Turner, no one could get there, and it's a bloop single, and the Cubs have 2 runners on with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. And here comes Rob Thompson. He's going to pull the plug, and Suarez's day is done. But what a great game that he pitched tonight. Suarez gets a little pat on the back by Rob Thompson. And we have a pitch and change. Most likely Junior Marte will come in. So a bloop single. That wasn't really his fault. Something to share with the rest of us. Amazing, Larry. Schwarber takes it on the run. Yes, from big. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys are funny. I love you guys so much. And I can't thank you all for being on here and for giving us all the love and the support. Man, that's awesome. You know it, Dodd. We're all friends on here, man. It's great. It's awesome. It's seriously so cool. It is. All right, guys, if you're brand new to my channel, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button as well. All right, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play by Play with JJ. We got to get over 600, man. We just reached the 600 mark on Sunday. Would love to see us get a couple more tonight for sure. You won't get this on radio or on the MTV. Oh boy, yeah, you're right. How I miss the days of when Steve Carlton and other pitchers go over 300 innings. And there was no load management like there is in professional sports today. It's probably because I'm old school, JJ. Thomas Doran, man, like this is how the game is now. And while I agree with you that, like, you know, sometimes like pitchers should go like as far as they can. At the same time, sometimes you do have to be cautious. But I also understand that, you know, someone's pitching a no-hitter. Or if someone's about ready to make history, let them make the decision. That's always been my stance. You know, it shouldn't always have to be a managerial decision. Now, of course, it also depends on circumstances, too. Okay, who's coming up to the plate? What's the score of the game? How late is it? That type of thing. But just from a general standpoint, I agree with you. I do. All right. Yes, and if you just subscribe to my channel, make sure that you shout yourself out down below. I really appreciate that. We just got a subscriber. Thank you so much for whoever just subscribed. Here's the first pitch to Horner. It's grounded into right field for a base hit. It gets past the diving stop of Bryson Stott, and coming in to score to put the Cubs on the board is Cody Bellinger. And Gregory Soto is the one that came in, and on the first pitch, he gives up a ground ball base hit into right field. Wow. So Nico Horner gets on. There goes the shutout, and then the run is going to be charged to Ranger Suarez. Large Marsh subscribed to Rise and Rhino said. Shout out to Large Marsh. I know it's not, but that's funny. That is really funny. I subbed earlier. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that, man. It must have just came through now, so thank you. I really do appreciate that. So Soto's in. He just gave up a base hit. And the Cubs are finally on the board. Suzuki comes up, and the first pitch is at the knees for a called strike, a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Suzuki reached on in there and also got hit by a pitch. But he's 0 for 2 today. No balls, 1 strike. Soto kicks, fires, and it's inside and in the dirt. The 1-1. Lined foul down the first base side, and that one goes out of play. One and 2 to Suzuki. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 99 miles per hour on the gun at the knees. And there's 2 outs. That was a big strikeout thrown by Gregory Soto. Went after Suzuki with the high heat. And he could not catch up to the fastball that had a lot of life on it. And Ian Happ is coming up. So Soto is 2-4 in 34 outings this season, and the first pitch to Happ is fouled back towards the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fouled back again. Happ is 0 for 2. He's grounded into 2 double plays today, but also walked his last time he was up at the plate. The 0-2. Lay it off as it was in the dirt. And good job by Stubbs as he had to block it in front of him. And didn't go that far. "15 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 to Happ in the dirt and inside again for ball 2. In 266 at-bats this season, Happ does have 18 doubles, 7 homers, 37 RBI, and a .267 batting average. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A slider that was in the dirt, and the side is retired. The Cubs do get a run, though, on an RBI single by Nico Horner. And we go to the top of the 9th. Phillies have a 5-1 lead at Wrigley Field. Okay. All right. I'm going to take one more break, guys. But I'll be right back in just a few moments. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button as well. And we'll be right back. I love you all so much. And see you guys really soon. Alrighty, guys. Let's see. Man, he went to go watch the clip right now. He can't take the suspense. Thanks, Ryzen. That's funny. Ryzen is not due up in this inning for the Phils as we go to the top of the 9th. Assad out there for his 3rd frame of work. And Stott will lay the first pitch off for a ball. Larry says when they pulled the driver from Twisted, burning wreck, she looked ... like ... this in caps. The 1-0 fouled off. Ryzen Rhino says, I say that JJ does a Pee-wee's Big Adventure stream and does the play-by-play. It's funny, you're not the only person that has like said, not necessarily the Pee-wee's stream, but different types of stuff. The 1-1 outside and high. I'll get it later. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'll leave you to your word on that. The 2-0 or the 2-1, I should say, is on the outside corner. PUBLS. Yo, keep doing your thing, bro. James from Best Buy. Oh, what's up, man? Thanks for coming on here, man. 2-2. Fly ball into center field. And making the catch is Christopher Morel for out number 1. Guys, if you're tuning in on Twitch, I always forget about saying this. If you guys are tuning in on Twitch, make sure that you leave me a review down below. And also, please go leave the channel a follow. You can also head on over to YouTube as well and subscribe to the channel. Head on over to Facebook. All my links to them are down below in the description. Here comes Brandon Marsh, who has homered twice today. And the first pitch on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. Marsh has hit 2 homers. He has 3 RBI, a solo homer, and a 2-run homer. The 0-1. Just a little bit up high that time for a ball. So according to MLB Deadline News, they tweeted this out not too long ago. Quote, Max Scherzer is open to waiving his no-trade clause to facilitate a trade ahead of the deadline, and that is reported by Anthony DiComo. The pitch is inside for ball 2. So Scherzer has a $43.3 million player option for 2024. I don't know if he'll get traded, but it'll be interesting. The pitch. Way outside it was for ball 3. Tacoma is a beat writer for MLB.com. He does a lot of stuff on SNY and on MLB Network as well. 3 balls, 1 strike to Marsh. The pitch. Foul ball. Thomas Dorn says, last but not least, we love your live chat in Jenkintown, PA. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Jenkintown. Wow. Full count to Marsh. Payoff pitch. Outside, and Marsh takes that one for ball 4. And I think that the NBC Sports camera operator thought it was a strike 3 call because they were zooming in on the pitcher, but that was not the case. Don't mean to call a shot at anybody. I don't know who does that. But it happens. I've made some mistakes tonight too. So Stott leads off the 9th with a walk. With a 1-out walk. Here comes Cody Clemens. Did I just say Stott leads off the 9th? That's because Stott got out. I meant to say Marsh. God dang it. The 0-1 to Clemens. Little dribbler that is hit over towards the third base side and it's fouled off. Man, oh man. It's only been a day. Marte and Kimbrel are warming up in the bullpen. Wonder who Rob Thompson will go to next. No balls, 2 strikes to Cody Clemens. Today he is 1 for 3. The pitch, check swing. He did not go. There was no appeal from Junior Valentine or anything like that. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch, ground ball, past the hole into center field. Going over to third is Marsh. Marsh was going over to second as he was running and trying to steal a bag. It got underneath the glove of Horner, and it goes out in the center field. It's the second hit of the day for Cody Clemens, and runners are at the corners with 1 out in the top of the 9th. Great. Marsh actually had to had to jump over the baseball so that it didn't hit his foot. And Garrett Stubbs is due up next. The Phillies trying to look for some insurance runs as Stubbs chokes on his bat a little bit. Assad with the pitch as Stubbs shows bunt, and this is going to be a tough play, but the catcher's going to throw over to first, and it's in time. So Marsh was going to think about coming home, but it was tough because the third baseman had to think about, or Jan Gomes had to think about whether or not he should come home or not. And it was just thrown over to first, and that was the right play. Let's look at this again. So Stubbs bunts at it. Gomes gets to the baseball. The runner goes back to third, and the throw is over to first. The runner over at first, though, Cody Clemens, does advance over to second base. And here comes Kyle Schwarber. So that is technically ruled as a sacrifice bunt. Kyle is 2 for 4. He's doubled, singled, and scored a run. A base hit could give the Phillies a cushion. The 1-0 off the plate. Thomas says, let me see. Kimbrel, I hope. Please bring in Kimbrel. We'll see. The 2-0 on the outside corner, a cutter that was framed perfectly. That's what I'm saying, Larry. We should try to get these runs, man. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. Clemens at second, Marsh at third. The pitch on the inside corner, right at the elbow level for a called strike. And Schwarber not agreeing with the call by Junior Valentine. But he nods his head, though, and goes back to the batter's box. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Assad kick steals the pitch, and Schwarber just laid off the trigger. The pitch was way up high, and Schwarber almost thought about going. But the count is now full. Phillies have a 5-1 lead in the top of the 9th inning in Chicago against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Up the payoff pitch to Schwarber is fouled off, and we will go at it again. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Assad wearing his glasses. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And here's the pitch. Inside, and Kyle Schwarber takes it all the way for ball 4. It's the 3rd time that he's gotten on base tonight. And this time it loads the bases. For Trey Turner. Wow. All right, bases loaded. Christian Pache comes in to pinch run for Schwarber. And he will be out in left field for the 9th inning. So Marsh at third, Clemens at second, and Pache at first. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Phillies have a 5-1 lead. Turner's up. Pitch number 1. Ball 1. It was outside. The Reds and Orioles have not continued their game just yet. 1 ball, no strikes to Trey Turner, who had an RBI single in the first. The pitch, swing and a miss. Turner chases after the cutter that was down low. One and 1 to Trey. And here's the pitch, way down low for ball 2. Javier Assad has a 5.53 ERA and 18 strikeouts this season along with an 0-2 record. 2 balls, 1 strike. Turner up with the bases loaded. The pitch, another swing and a miss on a pitch that was not even near the plate. I don't know what he was looking at there, but it wasn't a good pitch to hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. Assad kicks, fires the next pitch, fouled off. Turner stays alive by just getting a piece of the fastball. Nick Castellanos waits on deck. Tonight, he's 1 for 4. He had an RBI bloop single in the 5th. But in order for him to come up, Trey has to get on here. Phillies have a 5-1 lead against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. Bases loaded. The 2-2 pitch to Turner is swung on and missed. And that'll do it. As the side is retired, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Phillies leave the bases loaded, and they're looking to close out this ball game. Who's going to come in? Will it be Marte or will it be Kimbrel? We go to the bottom of the 9th. Phillies have a 5-1 lead. How about using the phrase kicks and deals? I've done that a couple of times, but I'll try to use that a little bit more. That's a good idea. I like that. Thanks. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. I've used that a couple of times, but that is a good one to try to use a little bit more. I am going to write that down. This is why we get practice, guys. If there are phrases that you guys think that I should be using more of, comment down below, because I'm always looking to get better. Who's coming with me? Who's cousin? Oh, who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Oh, boy. How about Corbin Carroll? He just hit a 3-run home run about 20 minutes ago to give the Diamondbacks a 3-0 lead against Tampa Bay. He is just absolutely incredible, man. Guys, please go subscribe to Snowman Multimedia. Please go subscribe to Rise and Rhino. Please show everybody love and support, man. Pure Sports, Pure Adrenaline Sports 2. Please. That would mean the world to me. Now Gowan is getting eaten alive, according to the Taco Bell robot. Really? Christian Walker hit a solo homer, too. I saw that. Okay. All right. Here we go to the 9th inning. Ranger Suarez was great today as he went 7 1/3 of an inning. And didn't allow, well, he did allow a run. The run was charged to him, but Gregory Soto got out of it. Here comes Craig Kimbrel, who's 5-1 this season. This is not a save situation, but he is 11 for 11 in save opportunities. He also has a 4.06 ERA. Pache, who came in the pinch run for Kyle Schwarber, is out in left field. And the Cubs will have Christopher Morel due up as we go to the bottom of the 9th. The pitch. It's on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. All righty. The 0-1. It is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Kimbrel decided to go with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 second left on the pitch clock. Kimbrel kicks, steals, and it's up high. One and 2. Morel is 0 for 3 today. The pitch outside. Morel is 1-for-1 against Craig Kimbrell. And he homered the first time he faced him. And the only time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kimbrell kicks, steals, and it's fouled off. Morel, before tonight's game, homered against the Phillies in all 3 games that he faced them earlier this year. The 2-2, outside again, and it's off the plate. The count is full. On deck is Swanson. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Kimbrell wins the battle. A high cheese fastball, and Morel strikes out for the first out at the bottom of the 9th. That pitch was unbelievable. Kimbrell's not necessarily firing at 98, 99, a lot like he once was, but that pitch had a lot of life on it. Swanson due up next. The knuckle curve is thrown outside, and Swanson takes it all the way for ball 1. Swanson is 0 for 3. The 1-0 fouled off right over towards the first base side, and it goes out of play. One ball, 1 strike. Kimbrell gets the signs, kicks, steals, and that pitch is hit back up the middle for a base hit. And Marsh gets over to it, throws it over to the cutoff man, and Swanson gets on with a 1-out single. Just a nice piece of hitting by Dansby Swanson. Jose Perez says everyone else in our division, or Division 1, I hate playing catch-up. I don't blame you, man. Somebody was holding a towel that said, Craig Kimbrell closes games. Here comes Trey, who takes the first 1 out on the outside corner. Mancini is 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. The 0-1 by Kimbrell, swing and a miss. On a high heater. That time it was right down Broad Street. Mancini played a long time with the Baltimore Orioles and lifetime against Kimbrell. He's 3 for 9 with a homer and 2 RBI. The 0-2, just a hair up high. Mancini was also on the World Series team last year for the Houston Astros. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kimbrell kicks, fires the pitch on the inside corner at the knees for a called 3rd strike. Mancini goes down looking and will head back to the dugout as the Cubs are down to their final out. What else can you say about that fastball that he just threw? It was incredible. And that's going to leave things up to Cody Bellinger. A runner at first. The first pitch. It's off the plate. Cody is 0 for 1 lifetime against Kimbrell. And he does call for time here. He is 2 for 3, though, today. Singled his last time up and doubled the time before that. Kimbrell gets the signs, kicks, fires, and it's outside. Cody has recorded a hit 30 times this season in 45 games that he's played. 2 balls, no strikes, And the next pitch, that ball was scorched out to right field, but Castellanos gets underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. And that'll do it. The Phillies hang on and they win by a score of 5-1. In Chicago against the Cubs, it's win number 41 of the season for Philadelphia. Ranger Suarez gets the win. Jameson Taillon gets charged with the loss. And the Phillies are now 41-37. Brandon Marsh, the player of the game. A multi-homer game. It's the second time in his career that he's done that. And he played pretty well this evening. Give some credit to Rob Thompson, who did a good job managing with the bullpen and decided to go with Craig Kimbrell in that 9th, and Gregory Soto finishing out the 8th. It worked for sure. But Suarez, with 7 1/3 of an inning pitched, only allowed 4 hits, and he had 8 strikeouts, and there was 1 earned run charged to him, and only 1 walk he allowed. All right, Phillies will be back tomorrow night at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Give the offense some credit for, making Jameson Taillon work a little bit today. Even though they still left runners on base and they still left the bases loaded, they were able to capitalize on a lot of opportunities, and they didn't have to go to the bullpen as early. So, Phillies did their job. They came into Chicago, took care of business. Now you got to come out tomorrow, and you got to do the same thing over again. But they win 5-1 against a hot Chicago team that is now 7-3 over their last 10 games. Brandon Marsh talking to the NBC Sports Philadelphia crew. Got on base 3 times today with the multi-homers and the walk as well. I love you guys so much. Please make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit that bell icon so that way you know when I upload. All right, love you all so much. We'll be back on tomorrow night at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time, and hopefully the Phillies will get another win. All right. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, man. We just reached 601 subscribers tonight. I love you all, and I will catch you all on the next one. All right. Peace out.